The Australian summer of cricket is underway. After a convincing performance at the Gabba, the Australian and New Zealand teams have moved all the way over to the west and to Perth, this beautiful city with the Swan River, its feature as it runs through the town. This is the place of Dennis Lillee, amongst others. Test matches first played at the WACA back in 1970-71. Now there's talk of them moving across to Burswood. There still will be some test matches here, but boy, it'd be a loss to lose this fabulous venue and famous pitch. There we go. Great scenes of Perth. There's Crown, and then we wind ourselves away to the WACA itself. All right, have a look at that Australian side. Mark Taylor's still out here with me. Ian Healy has joined us, and it's lovely for a captain to be able to say we're unchanged.
Oh, very much so, and it's a great batting day today. As Stephen Smith mentioned, this wicket might just have some sideways slow movement that they have to contend with first up, but they'll be licking their lips in that batting lineup in the dressing rooms there. Joe Burns, Usman Khawaja get another go. Steve Smith himself didn't really have to tick in Brisbane. Adam Vogels was good, and the batting lineup is full of power.
Mark, give us a closer look at this change of balance for New Zealand.
I like what New Zealand have done. It's been a very aggressive move, I reckon, they've made. They've added Matt Henry to the side in place of James Neesham. So they're probably a half a batsman short. But what they've done is they've now got the keeper batting at 6, who's got 5 test match hundreds. So he's not the worst number 6 going around. But they're probably a half a batsman short, but they've got plenty of bowling options. They've got 4 quicks. They've got the off spinner. So they've got, what they're trying to do is say, OK, we've got to take 20 wickets to win this test match. And as you said just a moment ago to Brendan McCullum, has to start this morning.
We're underway. And some bounce through to the keeper. It'll be interesting just to see how quick it is this morning.
When you talk to the local guys, particularly the bowlers from here, they'll always tell you that if there's a bit of a nor'easter in, it's good for swinging the ball. Rodney Marsh, who kept here for so many years, always used to say, nor'easter, she'll swing a bit.
Oh, Warner straight away. That will race along this outfield. Gee, that's a good start. Bowled it straight to the middle of the bat. And Australia open their account. Smashes it through point. There's no one there. It's a big gap. Warner finds it. We're in the 5th over. That's his 3rd boundary already.
He's ripping ideas away from New Zealand. You can see what they're trying here. They know he wants to hit the ball, so they're throwing it wide in the hope of an edge, but nothing but the middle of the bat.
Oh, that's 4. That's gone fine. And raced away. Fine leg, had no chance.
Now let's have a look at what line it was. I don't think it was that bad. See, he's right across his stumps. It just swung enough. It swung from middle, probably onto leg, and Burns was across to make that inside edge extremely effective.
Oh, 4. That's where you can't bowl to David Warner. There's a lot of places you can't bowl, but particularly short and wide.
Yeah, and certainly when he's so powerful on the cut shot, and just the way he gets up on his toes and rides the ball down with that bat. He gets that momentum, a real snap of the wrist. Just have a look at that. Just a snap through of the wrist with that bat. Kaboom. Just have to half hit it. It's 4.
It was a little uppish. He's got it between point and gully. Outfield really quick here. Once again, that's probably a win for the bowler, but it's still 4.
Yeah, it won't feel like it. It won't feel like it with a run rate of 5.30 and the game disappearing very quickly at the moment. Matt Henry is a pretty cool, calm sort of a customer. That is driving on the up, and it was half a mistake, but he does do that. He hits in that area a lot, Joe Burns. Seems to be able to manufacture a sort of an inside-out type of drive.
Oh, it's well bowled. It's not very well fielded. It'll race away for 4. It's a risky shot, that, from Joe Burns, but he middles it. and the misfield allows Australia to bring up the 50. 51 without loss.
That's a bad ball. It's too wide and too short. And Australia are putting those away as they like it, 60 for none.
It squared him up. It was half forward, not out, says Ravi. Line was good. The bounce is always a worry here.
It is. But New Zealand are really interested in this all of a sudden. BJ Watling has taken a big step forward here, as if to say, yep, I'll have a go. And McCullum has decided to have a crack at this on the advice of the men behind the wicket and the bowler.
Yeah, that's clear there. Let's just have a look at hot spot. Looks like big inside edge though, Ravi. So we'll go to hot spot first. Yeah, that's fine. Ravi, I'll go back now to Ravi on screen. Stay with your original decision. Not out.
That's going to be 4. Not total control from Joe Burns. Catchable height through that big gap. But 4 from the moment it left the bat. Beautifully played. That's what Warner does best, is just get that big heavy bat onto the middle of the ball, and it just runs away here at the fast outfield at the WACA. Beautiful shot. As good a shot as we've seen today.
That's just class batting from Warner. Slightly overpitched from Southee. Warner with that big bat just dropped it through the line, and it's raced straight down the ground for 4.
50 for David Warner. A well thought through innings. A lovely foundation laid for a man who has a great appetite for runs.
What a start to a series for David Warner. 100, and now 50. What we're seeing is exactly what Mark Nicholas said, a guy who's hungry for more and more runs.
He could have a bumper summer.
What a clever stroke.
It's a controlled David Warner, that's what it is. It's still powerful, still great to watch, but there's more thought going into the way he plays.
Oh, I say, talk about needing it. What a relief for New Zealand. A bit of fortune goes their way.
Well, he changed his bat during that break. That's the first ball that Joe Burns faced with this particular piece of wood, and it hasn't worked because it's dragged it onto another piece of wood. Straight down. It's more the technique than the bat, I think it's fair to say, and we'll analyse that because it's been the only moment of success for New Zealand. Burns makes his way back off the WACA, and New Zealand have finally struck this morning. It's 1 for 101.
And that brings Usman Khawaja to the crease. He's two gullies for him, whereas there was 1 for Warner.
Yes.
Pull shot. Very well played. Pressure on fine leg, does well. Picks it up cleanly, rolls twice, and up to his feet. So Khawaja off the mark after lunch, and he goes to 4. And they're after him again.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say, I'll be interested to see how these two batsmen go about facing the off-spin.
He's not going to make too many mistakes with bowling like that. So already we see the variation in line. Same result.
Well, it's a pretty simple equation, really. If you're up against a guy like David Warner, who you know is going to be aggressive, he's going to hit some of your good balls for 4, as he did that first ball. That was quite a decent ball. You've just got to say to yourself, just keep bowling good balls, and sooner or later he'll make a mistake. But if you're going to bowl rubbish like that, well, then you'll get carded more, and you won't look like getting a wicket.
Little glide again, he gets it through. He's only just laid the bat on that, let it run off it. Through the gap. They have got 2 slips and 2 gullies. Khawaja splits it. Oh, that's close because Warner's over in front of his stumps. The height and the bounce at Perth don't fill the umpire with a whole lot of confidence, and the New Zealanders are debating this one. It's about to be reviewed.
Hi, Gav, we've got a review. Front foot first, please. Yeah, that's fair delivery. If we can move on to front on spin vision. Doesn't look to be any bat involved, but if we can have a look at hotspot leg side, please. Yeah, jolly good. No hotspot. Let's try RTS, please. Very good. No bat involved, so we could move on to ball tracking when you're ready, please, Gavin. Umpire's call on hitting wickets, so stay with your original decision, please, Ravi. I'll tell you when you're on screen now.
Yes, Ravi gets it right. Trent Bolt continues to Usman Khawaja. Very stylish and just as effective.
Yes.
Beautiful stroke. So the best of Khawaja, a little spring in his step. 1 for 149. Oh, he dropped it. Oh dear. There's the bounce that the spinners love so much, and today Craig has deserved a wicket. Different class from the Gabba. And the moment is gone. That is infuriating. DJ Watling.
Look, here's Snicko, so it is the outside coming through. Is there a flick there? Yes, a little bit of something. It was possibly a little white mark. I think, Huss, you picked it up on the hot spot as well. There was definitely a little flick of something on the way through. But Watling was a lot higher than that ball.
Beautiful. God, that might have been David Gower. Oh, well played. That might have been a pre-med based on the length of the ball as much as anything else. But the confidence that is oozing out of Khawaja, it was evident at the Gabba, and it's here again today.
I think Khawaja has realised the ball might be just drifting in a touch. There's not a lot of spin there, so it's not as risky a shot as what some people may think.
That's out. Yeah, that's out. Oh, well. Well, now, New Zealand have a review, do they? They've used them both. Oh, dear.
Khawaja goes big.
Well, Khawaja probably thinks it's his day. He's had a little bit of the rub of the green, as you talked about, James Brayshaw. Dropped behind, nicked behind, given not out. Now he's thinking, oh, well, and if a couple of other close LBs sort of go his way, so he's probably thinking, well, I'll try and cash in. Play some shots, be aggressive. 1 for 185. Now's the time to put the foot down.
And he does. And that's hit even better. That's gone all the way.
You're well struck. So 50 is beckoning for Usman Khawaja.
Yes. And he now has that 50. Well played.
Now what he has done is what he needs to do to cement the spot in the side. Make a big 100, as he did at the Gabba, and then back it up with another score here. That's what the selectors like, it's what your captain likes, and that's what keeps you in the side at number 3 for a long period of time.
That's all he needs. A 3rd century in a row for David Warner. Wonderful batting from a wonderful cricketer. High to the naked eye, no reviews, so not much they can do. The ball's got to be pitching in line for a start, and then going on to hit the stumps. I'm not sure.
I think the height was an issue. Bit of swing there, though, I reckon. Looked like it just came back on Khawaja a little bit, just watching it live. Yeah, it did. It straightened. See there, hits him above the knee. Well, actually above the pad, really. Almost hits the thigh guard. That's going over. And that's what Ravi to be worried about.
Pull shot. Thought for a moment it was going to that man at mid-wicket, but of course it finds the gap.
It was slats. So the guy very deep mid-wicket with a floppy hat on, sitting on the other side of the fence. It was going at a rate of knots too. Front foot, basically. Forward press, bang.
Oh, it's over the top. It's 6. It's gone all the way. He's on the boundary rope. And Khawaja has just got enough on it.
Oh, it's Dougie Bracewell right down there in the deep. And was this a genuine catching opportunity? It looked like it was. It was a bit of a top edge. Bracewell's about 4 metres in. Oh.
Well, you can sort of look at that and think, well, if he's back that metre, which is really getting close to the mark.
Over the top. Did not move Dave Warner and didn't need to.
6 of the best. Straight through the line, Dave Warner. And this is where it gets dangerous for New Zealand. If he gets on this sort of roll, certainly not big enough.
A good shot, short and wide, but plastered backward a point.
A great shot there from Khawaja, short and wide from Bolt again. Still got to put it away, that uncomplicated footwork again. It's one of his strengths.
Pleasing on the eye, Khawaja. Lovely style about him.
The crowd will love that, as will his teammates. As calm as you like, he's past 150 again.
A double whammy day for David Warner. When he went to 100, at exactly that moment, he also went to 1,000 runs in the calendar year that is 2015.
Warner creates something behind point again. Their 200 partnerships up. One down for 304. Henry round the wicket to Khawaja. He glides it. He's got his head down. Helmet off. He's done it as well. Consecutive hundreds in tests.
Well, that's 4. Short from Williamson. First ball after drinks. Warner didn't miss out. Lovely shot. And the placement to go with it.
That's probably the shot of the day from Usman Khawaja. He's played plenty of good ones. Boy, that ball has taken a hammering. But that was a glorious shot. And the great thing about the WACA pitch, if you hit them straight back down the pitch, nobody, well, unless it hits the stumps, but the fielders haven't got a chance. Ball just races away when it bounces a couple of times on the pitch. In fact, if you're facing the spinner and you come down the track, bang it into the track, you'll bounce it straight over the bowler's head.
And that will mean Bolt and Southee have one last crack today, breaking this up.
Down he goes. Oh, it's long. Very long indeed. Out of the blue. He hits a 6 down the ground at the WACA.
He doesn't want to wait for that second new ball. He wants to knock this 200 off before that even becomes available. That is a big pounding blow right out of the middle. And that's with fielders either side, by the way.
Incredible. What a shot. Will he go big? Dave Warner, 199. Make that 200. He wanted 200. He's delivered 200. He keeps raising the bar. Oh, look out. That is the bowler killer. It's low, it's hard, and fortunately, it was just high enough.
Well, that's the second new ball just met and absolutely pumped back down the ground. Have a look at Trent Bolt here. He's only just got time to get out of the way.
You know what's worst thing about that? That ball did something off the pitch. It left the inside part of the bat and deviated right into the middle. Incredible. That actually did move a wee bit off the pitch.
It did. Here he goes. He's in. He's focused again. 206 already. So there is a deep point. We've seen that for most of the day. Deep square. And this one is a real chase for the man at point. I don't think he's going to get there. It's an onslaught.
Man in a hurry. And all of a sudden, he's been so focused. This is incredible stuff now.
Oh, give me shin guards. That's nearly taken his leg out.
I hope he hasn't knocked this one out of shape in 2 balls.
Well, there's every chance, Smithy. He has murdered it. It was one of the hardest hit strokes today.
400. 400 comes with a pulled stroke from David Warner and a valiant, but in the end, vain attempt from another New Zealand fielder on the boundary. Extraordinary performance. 1 for 403, and the partnership has gone past the 300 mark. And out. He's driven it straight to extra cover. And there's a sense of anticlimax. Maybe even disbelief.
Usman Khawaja. Fantastic. 121, 258 minutes and 186 balls.
Smith's away. Drills it through mid-wicket.
Well, pretty handy way to get off the mark.
And that, folks, is the end of a remarkable first day's play in the second Commonwealth Bank Test match at the WACA. Forevermore, as Ian Smith told us, Brendan McCullum will rue the fact that he called wrong this morning. Warner unbeaten with 244. Usman Khawaja finally out for 121. They put on more than 300 together. The close of play score is 2 for 416. Utterly and absolutely David Warner's day. I hope you've enjoyed what we've had for you today on a gorgeous day in Perth. From us all over here in the West, it's goodbye.
it is a beaut of a day over in the west. Very hot in Perth, already up in the late 30s, forecast to be 38, 39, perhaps even 40 degrees.
Certainly David Warner will be tired, but that's the nicest way in the world to get tired as a batsman, make a lot of runs. And the other thing he can think about is that the bowlers will be even more tired, and they haven't got the pleasure out of the day.
Well, it's not going to get worse, so don't stress, just go for it. Go for it, short, sharp burst. Southee's just take the first over. He's probably the pick of the bowlers. His ability to move the ball a little bit. I thought Bracewell too was commendable. 16 overs, 1 for 57. He was one New Zealand bowler to shape it into the left-handers. And now, of course, they've got the wandering Steve Smith as a right-hander in there with Warner. It won't be as long as yesterday. They won't be in the field for 90. They might be in the field for 45. Let's take it 1 hour at a time. Have some fun, just like warm-up. Southee to Warner. In the middle of the bat, he's underway. He talked about getting to 245 first. Well, he's done it. First pill. Oh, that's an edge. It's rare, but it's 4 and it's 250. It's caught. Warner not happy, but that won't last long. Trent Bolt's rewarded with some good sustained attack today.
It's been much better bowling today from New Zealand. It was a good delivery again, just moving away, and finally New Zealand got an edge that's carried. There haven't been many edges, but they haven't been carrying. End of a great innings.
The 11th highest score in Australia. There were hopes of more, but it finishes at 253.
Got that over the man at backward point, Adam Voges. That'll run away for 4. Nice shot, that.
Yeah, that's experience batting here at the WACA, and he's done it for many, many years, Adam Voges. He knows if he punches the ball into the wicket, and certainly around this hard square here at the WACA, 9 times out of 10 the ball's going to bounce over the infield.
Yeah, it was a shot that Kawaji used. He was playing those late cuts and banging the ball over gully. It's gone rocketing into the square and had enough bounce on it to get over point.
Oh, shot. Lovely use of the wrists. It was well wide of off stump. Smith was good enough to get it back past the bowler.
He is. Those feet aren't moving, though. He was off. There was a drive the previous over. He's off it, and it nearly ran for 4 during the onside. But he's not in good shape. This is the previous over. There's not that strong commitment to the front foot, so that's not a normal stroke for Smith.
It's going to go all the way for 4. No third man. Not sure that Voges meant that to go quite as fine as it did. That's got through. Some fluency now for Steve Smith. Oh, good work. They're going to run 4 perhaps anyway. No, they're not. So that's a very good piece of defence in the field.
A lovely shot there from Steve Smith. Starting to find his stride now, and brilliant effort from Brendan McCullum in the outfield. Very athletic. Look at that commitment. He's done a fantastic job there.
Better shot. Might be the best one Steve Smith played in this innings.
That's a great shot from Steve Smith. Not a bad delivery from Henry. Perhaps a little bit too wide if you're being critical, but there was a little bit of swing there. Beautiful hands from Steve Smith. The timing was a lot better on that one than the ball before.
That's edged and gone. Clearing the left hip and trying to smash it back down the ground, and a simple catch for BJ Watling.
caught us all by surprise a little bit here. It's more of a T20 shot from Steve Smith.
He just couldn't help himself, could he? Experience was out the window. He wanted 6. 4 for 462.
Going for a big heave, trying to accelerate the scoring. Maybe a declaration's not too far away. He certainly was a lot more positive since drinks.
No fielder there. That's going to go for 4.
It's a real strength of Adam Voges.
Oh, good hard strike. Nothing the man could do. He didn't have more than 2 yards to move. And we've applauded New Zealand's ground fielding.
Voges gets it. Pass slip. Down to third man for 4. Reverse swept. 6 off the over. 499 the score. Oh, that's hard. Mid-off's up, and he mightn't be up much longer because that's flat batted for 6. He bludgeons that. Just for a square for 4. Adam Voges walks. VJ Watling's taken a catch, and Trent Bolt's got his second wicket.
Voges out for 41, 5 for 512.
Short again. Oh, it's beaten the fielder. He's 75 metres away. Had to take 3 steps and couldn't touch it. 5 for 527. Back-to-back 4s. Probably 70 metres. Oh, that looks as if it came off the bottom of the bat even. 3, 4 steps. A little flip over the keeper's head. That's 4.
That's a lovely piece of improvisation from Peter Neville.
Oh, he's smoked it.
He's so powerful, isn't he, Mitchell Marsh? It's great to see him going. He's hit that low and hard.
Was that his mum? Oh, what a good catch. Brilliant. In the follow-through. That's a marvellous effort from Doug Bracewell because Marsh hits him hard.
Great reactions there from Bracewell. Mitch Marsh hit that really hard. Umpire's just going to check the front foot. Oh, it's very close.
Tell you what. Is there, as it lands, is there enough of a fraction? It's got to go back a frame. It's there, and it might just be all right there. I think it's just all right.
Do you think? Do you think? Well, I can't see anything behind the line.
Me neither. I think this could be a no ball. It's very, very tight. Remember, something has to be behind the line, not on the line.
But the Gabba, we saw a tight one, was Johnson bowling to McCullum. Let's remember, you have to have a part of that boot, that heel, behind the line. Now, what are your eyes telling you? Is there a part there? I can't see anything behind the line.
It's the thickest line, and they're giving the bowler the benefit of the doubt. I hate to say it, but I think that is the way to go. If there was just a hint on the bowler's favour, so it goes with it. 34 for Mitchell Marsh. It's 6 for 5-3.
Good reactions from Bracewell. That's not easy from a bowler when you've just followed through the ball coming back that hard to take a clean catch. Mitch Marsh did check his shot, but he hit it very, very well. I bet you he's sitting in the dressing room right now thinking, oh, I wish I just followed through and hit that up into the stands.
Catch it. And a good little shimmy of the feet.
Lovely batting from Neville.
Catch. Now then. Now then. Oh, easy as you like. Look at that nice firm base from Tom Latham, and watched the ball, took it above his eyes, and all the signs are here that it's almost 6 and out as far as these guys are concerned. This is Starc, I'm afraid.
And Craig will take another Test match wicket. They're throwing it away. Starc immediately out, playing that big stroke and solidly taken in the deep. So Starc is for a duck. It's 8 for 547.
And he goes big. Oh, and I tell you what, if Johnson had even tried to get back, he'd have succeeded, but he didn't. And BJ Watling got a second crack at it. And suddenly, in the Perth heat, they're falling like flies.
Yeah, and Craig's on a hat-trick. It's tossed up again. High and wide, Johnson coming down the pitch. It's definitely a legal delivery.
Move on. That'd be good, please.
And you're right, he didn't even try and get back, did he?
No, they're reviewing it, but I don't think they need to. See, Johnson gives up here. Watling has a second grab at it.
Yeah.
So
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Feet.
You can give that out. Put that out on big screen. That's good enough. Thank you.
That confirms a decision.
Oh!
Nathan will have nothing of it. Calm as you like. And that might well go for 4-2. It does. Just the job. When your job's to bowl and you come out and you're smacking around the park a bit, you feel $1 million. Now Smith makes the signal, and that is that. The declaration comes. A few pleasant strokes from Josh Hazlewood, and just a single one from Nathan Lyon when he swept Mark Craig for 4. The Australians 9 for 559. God, it must be hot in that gear. A brilliant effort, all set up by David Warner and Joe Burns yesterday. Warner was to continue that work hour upon hour. 253 from just 286 balls, one of the outstanding innings of the modern era. Then Usman Khawaja, 121. Lovely free stroke play from him. All the way down the list after that, people chipping in.
Oh, good shot. Does not move, Latham.
Fantastic balance. And you could see as soon as he hit the ball, he knew it was 4. Beautiful outfield here at the WACA. Just look at this position he's in. Crunch.
Really, it's not much more than an extension of that front foot defence we saw last over. It's just a little bit more of a bat swing, more of a punch with the wrists, right out of the middle, but similar footwork.
Oh, that's it. Full and straight, and the fingers up.
Well, Martin Gup was wandering down the pitch, but I don't think this will be a review. That looked absolutely plumb from up here. Yeah, and I think Tom Latham said exactly that to him. That's exactly what Brett Lee was talking about. James Brayshaw were talking about. Get it full, get it straight, target that front pad.
Well, it's smashing in the leg. 148 Ks, and I tell you what, right on the money. That's what he's been trying to do. First ball, it swung back properly. And unfortunately for New Zealand, they lose their first wicket. Martin Guptill goes for 1. It's 1 for 6.
Another good drive. Not right out of the middle, but it's such a quick outfield here at the WACA. And that's going downhill too, so the ball's winning. Saw with that reminder, 26th of November, HD, you're going to get the best product anyway. Looking magnificent on your screens, just in time for the day-night test in Adelaide.
Didn't quite middle that. Bat turned in his hand a little bit, but still had enough. Yes, on this outfield, which is lightning quick. Races away, chased by Osman Khawaja, but he's never going to cut it off.
Big shout. That's going to be really close. The angle. As it races to the boundary rope, just doesn't quite get there. These will be leg byes, one of them. And no review, 1 for 17. This is worth a shout, but an inside edge. There's two noises. Pretty sure that's why it's stifled out there. A lot's happening at the moment. It's been flicked into Joe Burns. It's gone on the full too, I think. It's one of those that could have just secured itself in a crevice somewhere, Ian.
Yeah, lodged in your armpit. Save 4. Got him in the bicep.
Here we go, similar field, 3 slips, gully, bat pad in play. Bang on target.
And well played. That is Williamson to a tee. Might have just jumped a wee bit, bounced a wee bit, but look at that technique. Absolutely perfect technique, in behind, everything high. You love that slats, you love that elbow, that left elbow getting high, and he's able to play it straight back down under his nose. He's not a tall man, but look, he's on his toes and negating that. It's pretty near perfect.
What about that? What about that? An attacking stroke essentially is an extension of a defensive stroke. So we saw the one before. This time he just throws those hands from a good position through the line of the ball.
Yeah, Tom Latham gets a similar ball to this. He's probably letting it go at the moment. But Williamson sees it, picks it up early. He's backing across, again up on his toes. Very compact back foot drive.
And that one shot alone tells him that batting is brilliant out here. We've got nothing to worry about, even though it's going to be tricky at times. It's good batting. The ball's there, I can hit through the line. And he does it again, this time off the front foot.
Well, it's 3 balls gone, I don't want to tempt fate, but this is a batting clinic, this over, and this is Mitch Johnson bowling. Perfect backward defence, the perfect back foot drive, the perfect cover drive.
And he's taking it on, whether there's 5 minutes till tea or not. If it's there and it's in his zone, he'll go. You see the slips applauding what Johnson produced there.
Oh, it's hit him in the head. Right into the head of Joe Burns. This is a tough boy, but that's shaking him up.
He wouldn't have been expecting that either. It was a strange looking shot. It wasn't like a full-blooded hook. He just rode it and then flicked it. Kane Winston was a lovely shot, really. Come up with it and then just flicked it. Oh, it's hit the peak of the helmet. Unfortunately now these peaks of the helmet are more reinforced than they used to be. And that's the good news out of all that.
Well, it would have pushed it back onto his forehead as well. So I think he's got lucky. There's no cut there.
Nice shot off the pads. Khawaja's got a task in. Oh, that's a hamstring. He has pulled a hamstring, Usman Khawaja. He's in all sorts. They can get bad enough, certainly in the winter sports where surgery is required, although he looks like he's walking off in a manner that might not be tendon and off the bone or any of that sort of thing, but it's a shame. Lovely shot. Over pitching, and it was just a gentle push with a little added bottom hand.
Yeah, well, that's his best by far, Latham. Moving into that, that was very orthodox. Seen a lot of those from Williamson, but the movement, superb.
Big inviting gap being left by Steve Smith. What a magnificent shot that is. The straight drive, a very tough shot to play against a fast bowler, and that was just majestic.
class shot.
Beautiful shot. The timing continues for Kane Williamson.
That's the New Zealand 50. Loss of 1 wicket, so going nicely. And trouble for Australia. He's into batting mode. He's got through that new ball.
Oh, well played. Latham stays at the crease and watches that hit the rope. Mitchell Marsh, short, dispatched.
Well, playing to Latham was obvious, a bit of chin music, as Rick Lee likes to call it, but if you're going to bowl that kind of length for Kane Williamson, you've got to be slightly quicker and slightly more accurate in your height.
Oh, another glorious cover drive from Williamson. He's a class player. It's in the air, but it's safe. It's in the gap. And it's 4. Placed it nicely. Nicely timed and placed from Latham. Oh, yes, well taken. Low to Steve Smith. Round his left boot, and he's good enough to hang on. There's the wicket. The partnership breaker is Nathan Lyon once again for Australia.
Once again for New Zealand, Latham gets a start and then wastes it. Good delivery, spun quite sharply, and a well-taken catch there from Steve Smith. So 87 has struck again. Second wicket is down.
Taylor goes the big shot and gets away with it. He's hitting with the spin, and it rolls away for 4, so a little bit of a risk there. Through the offside. That's a really good stroke. That's keeping his head, Taylor. And it was just on its merits. It was just too full. 49, and then belts one for 4, and that's his 50. You won't see too much emotion here. It's a case of he needs to keep going.
Yeah, good stroke. Now, Taylor's earned that. He got in a great position to defend. 3 balls in a row. And so Josh Hazel went a touch wider. See if he could drag him a touch wider. A touch fuller. That's pure. Top-class batting.
And really tough bowling. Really tough bowling conditions.
And that's every bit as good. It's a 50 partnership by this pair. It's the final ball of the day's play here at the WACA. And a good one from Starc. A good, hard-fought day of Test match cricket. A better balance, as we've said on numerous occasions, between bat and ball. Ross Taylor looks somewhere near his best form. He's got himself to 26. It's where it sits then. New Zealand 419 in arrears, but fighting well. A good partnership here of 53 between Kane Williamson, who has 70, and Ross Taylor, who has 26.
So Steve Smith leads out the side. Right behind him is vice-captain David Warner, and waiting for us in the commentary box, Ian Chappell, Ian Healy and Mark Taylor.
Thank you, Mark. Nicholas, and out to the middle come the 2 New Zealand batsmen as well. Kane Williamson, who's played beautifully in both Test matches so far. He's on 70, right of screen there, and Ross Taylor on 26. These 2 have added 53 valuable runs. And as Mark just alluded to a moment ago, they need to kick on here. This needs to be New Zealand's day again today if they are to keep probably the series alive. If Australia can strike, and strike well, and hypothetically bowl New Zealand out by, say, T, they'll be in a commanding position. first runs, the very first ball. Looks to me, just having a look at that field, that the instructions has been, let's get it straight. Let's try and bowl a bit more stump to stump. Finds a gap this time. It's going to take some tracking down too for Mitchell Johnson. He runs away from you quickly. He won't get there. Now down the ground. Back-to-back boundaries. On the move, Kane Williamson.
Both those shots just so easy, and that's one of the reasons why he's such a good player. He doesn't try and hit the ball too hard. His placement is good and excellent timing.
He's just so ready. Seeing it very clearly out of the hand, I'm sure. Hazelwood can't get his length down. He's got to bash the pitch.
On edge, and short of the man at slip. That would not have made Kane Williamson very happy if that had gone to first slip.
Oh, he's played that really well and deserved a boundary. It's been a while. That's 8 from the over. A brilliant shot to finish. 2 for 177. There's another one. That's 4. So Taylor, he's leapt on one. He probably just used the example from the other end.
I think we've got now, Brett Lee, a classic situation of two bowlers that are perhaps coming to the end of the spell. They've tried a lot of options and it hasn't quite worked.
Yeah, well, I just think that obviously with that length, it's still 144 k's, mind you, so it's not slow, but just didn't get the right height. It's got to get up a little bit higher to make it more uncomfortable.
It's a better length, but look at that, down the ground. This could be 50 for Taylor. And a terrific start to the day. It is 50. Enjoying his time at the crease. He was out injured for some time. He's moving better all the time at the crease. Well played.
This is sweet for Ross Taylor. I can tell you that 3 months ago, the thought of playing in this series was a long way from his mind. Just walking properly was high on the agenda, and I can tell you this innings is so sweet for him.
Beautifully struck. It was full and wide, but you still have to hit it for 4.
Yeah, Ross Taylor's looked very impressive today. A real boost to his confidence. He's driven the ball well. He's pulled the ball well. This was just technically perfect. Over pitch from Mitch Marsh. Some of his driving has been top class today.
Williamson is loving it. So too Taylor, this partnership 109.
Mitch Marsh tried to adjust his length. He was too full the previous ball, and this time he tried to bring the length back. It was too wide, and Taylor, that's one of his big strengths. Scored a lot of runs from that shot over the years.
Oh, plastered in the air for a fair bit of time, but that is smoked through extra cover.
He did well to even motion towards it, Nathan Lyon. It was hit that hard. Went straight past him, catchable height. But look out.
Through. 2 fieldsmen about 1 metre apart.
Well, the plan obviously to Williamson is to bowl wide, but he's equal to the task. New Zealand 2 for 204.
That'll do it. Magnificent stroke from Kane Williamson. This is a proper player, and he has put on a batting masterclass.
He really is a champion player, Kane Williamson. Applauded by some of the Australian players as well. They know how well he's played. He doesn't get too excited though when he scores 100. keeps his emotions in check. Absolute brilliant innings once again.
Back into watching that ball right onto the middle of the bat.
That's going to go for 4. There was an opportunity. Took a piece of the glove or the bat handle and just flew outside of any range for Neville. More of the same. Magnificent straight drive from Ross Taylor to finish the over. 2 for 220. They might target him in that area, but it's feeding him some runs. That's away through the offside in that cover area, and that young man ain't picking it up.
Mitch Johnson providing that angle. Decent pace, but just moves into it like a Rolls Royce.
What a good effort. It just didn't quite carry to Joe Burns.
Don't get too good, Joe. You'll get a job for life.
Pitch is up. He thought Taylor mightn't be ready for it. Johnson was wrong.
He's really found some good form now, Ross Taylor. He struggled a bit at the Gabba. And a little edgy at the start of his innings here in Perth. But boy, today he's looked in very, very good form, and it's just got better and better.
Oh, it's well into the gap. Very effective.
He's going to get to 100 very quickly. He's 96 now, Ross Taylor.
There's no fielder in that whole quadrant of the field. So Nathan Lyons had to stay away from that type of delivery. He's bowled 1 and Williamson helps himself. Oh, is this it? It is! Outright second on the New Zealand Centurions list is Ross Taylor with his 13th.
You can see why these two have been so productive for New Zealand. They obviously enjoy batting together, and Ross Taylor has really found some good form here today in this innings.
Oh, they've taken a man from there, put him over the offside. So Williamson swings Johnson to the leg.
Well, if the idea was to get New Zealand playing some shots after lunch, it's worked well. They've played some shots and playing them very well. This one's too short. This easy paced WACA pitch just sits up and says, hit me.
Came together with a score 2 for 87. It's now 2 for 289.
Wait on.
Where's he? Hey! Risky run in the end. He's got there comfortably, I think. Ross Taylor was just one of those little misfields.
Kane Williamson just waits for that first ball and dobs it on the head for 4.
You might start telling him to get moving. We've got to change something out there at the moment.
Scores a lot of his runs down that area. Seems to do it very securely.
That's nicely placed. This is where Williamson's so good. He leans into the stroke, just transfers his weight, and it seems to happen time after time. Lovely that. When you're in and seeing it big and you get a juicy full toss.
Yeah, you don't mind taking on a few of these, do you, before the second new ball?
Pounded. A half volley, but it's just blistered through wide mid-off for 4. That sums up the way New Zealand have batted today.
Gets a good shot.
Moore down the ground, just helping himself.
Well, this is like a batting masterclass. There's just shy of 148 kilometres per hour. And the full face of the bat presents itself straight down the wicket.
Do you reckon the scene might be set for Brendan McCullum at some stage later if Australia lose any more energy out there in the heat?
Again, same area, same treatment.
Racket in the highlights for the next session as well.
And it looks as though this could be the 9th ball change. So for this series, and all of a sudden, you don't often see, well, one at best, I guess, per test match, if that.
Briefcase has been out in the ground plenty of times so far in this game. What amazes me is how quickly the umpires are accepting the challenge of the ball. It used to be that they just kept throwing it back to the captain. Had to challenge about 5 times before they even thought about it. But this time they're just having one look and going, righto, bring it out. That's in the air and into the safe hands of Mitch Johnson. So the new ball's worked.
And Kane Williamson, the valuable wicket of Kane Williamson, was like a slower bouncer that never seemed to arrive, and Williamson completely and utterly got it wrong for the first time in this whole innings. Tried to hit it perhaps a little straight, maybe got to him a little sooner. But Hazelwood has made the breakthrough. The crowd will stand for Kane Williamson. Another gem of an innings. It ends at 166, 3 to 352.
Over the top. That's how he plays.
Tell you, well, that's flown off the bat. Serious pace, just shy of 150 kilometres per hour. Brendan McCullum has absolutely thrown the stick at it.
Sure has. I think it's cleared Steve Smith quite easily. I thought for a second he might have been able to grab this, but it just flies. When Brendan McCullum hits, it flies.
It went straight into the hands of Nathan Lyon and then straight out.
Well, once again, that's got to Nathan Lyon. That was 152.1 kilometres. Searing pace. And he's got a 3-pound-1 bat, he told me this morning. And that's flown.
Lyon's only out there because Dave Warner's sitting in the sheds and he hasn't even got his hands to that. That's pounded into his hip bone. That's good. That's good fast bowling. Look at that. That's nearly 155 Ks on a flat WACA pitch. It's broken the bat. It's smashed the corner off that. So a new one's going to have to be brought out. This is great test match theatre at the WACA. 3 for 359.
What, that takes a lot of pace. Oh, crunch.
The best Yorker in world cricket right there.
That's 160.4, that one. That's around 100 mile an hour on the old scale.
Yeah, that's right, or is the radar overheating? 160.
Look at Brett Lee, he's piped up in the back of the commentary box.
Now the crowd are involved, they want faster. Come on, Mitch. Gee, he's got some rhythm, isn't he? You can see him snapping through that action. Well, this is almost as fast as you'll ever see. Oh, it's edge and down it goes. Another chance goes begging. Mitchell Starc is trying to change it for his country. No one can hang on to it. That one, oh, that's slow, Mitch. That was 150.
That was beautifully bowled. The really quick Yorker and then the length ball a bit wider. Found the edge but Australia keep putting them down. In the end, I think it's well fielded down there, is it? No, that's 4. But it's the gully that we've got to spend some time on. Mitchell Marsh was a good effort, but these are the sort of catches on really good pitches you've got to hang on to. Does he get 2 hands to it? Yes, he does. Definite chance, and down it goes again.
Well, you don't see these efforts, or we haven't seen these bowling efforts too much in the first 3 days of the Test match. Starc is turning it on. And that has flown really hard to hang on to, no doubt about it. Strong movement and then burst through the hands. In the air, this is the way he counter-attacks. Amazing when a batsman like McCullum gets jumping, it means he's going to play more shots as well. It's a lot of nervous energy, but that's good counter-attack. Over the top, and that'll fly away. That is the way he plays. But there isn't that man down there for Hazlewood just yet. Nicely played, that'll run away. So that's using the pace. That's where pace can help you as a batsman. And it's a great test against this attack. Well, that's one of the best of the day from Taylor. That'll bring up his 150. What a way to bring it up. That was full of class. That's a good stroke. Really good stroke from Taylor. Another boundary. Runs away, and there's no stopping that. It is so quick. There's a boundary. No, it's not the finish to the over that Nathan Lyon was after. It's 3 for 3, 99. Oh, it's gorgeous. That'll take him to tea. Elegant.
Wide half volley and dealt with by Ross Taylor, I should say, who has got himself now right in line to make a Test double century.
These are the types of shots they have never mistimed. Not easy to keep your balance whilst you're reaching and then create that power.
Oh, bashed. Just clouted back down the ground for 4 more. Gone. Through extra cover for 4. A boundary to finish the over. 14 runs coming from it. New Zealand 3 for 429. Gone! Bombed him! Smashed into the stumps. Mitch Marsh hits the sticks again.
Length is key. Team Marsh can't move. They don't want to, although there's a little bit of review going on front foot. He has been known to put the shoe over the front line. Not this time. It's right. It's the big wicket. Nathan Lyon can breathe easy. Brendan McCullum out for 27. Length was perfect in through the defence of the New Zealand skipper. 4 for 4, 3-2.
Ball was in the air. Flashed and flew wide of Dave Warner in the gully.
And a significant moment, because Ross Taylor now becomes the player of the highest innings against the Australians, passing Martin Crowe's 187 at the Gabba. All those 188 indeed, all those years ago.
Oh, big full toss. Oh, well taken. That's brilliantly taken by Nathan Lyon at point. Well, that ball has not hit the ground at any stage. Big full toss, well hit and well caught by Lyon.
Incredible. So the first ball round the wicket, changing it up. It's just below the hip and nicely taken. put one down in the grippers, didn't he, Nathan Lyon? But he's hung on to that. There's sometimes a point where it's hard to pick up the pace of it. He did not make a mistake. So a wicket. Watling for one. It's 5 for 447.
He goes through cover. What a lovely way to bring it up. A moment to savour for Ross Taylor, the first New Zealander to make 200 against Australia.
Much straighter. And Doug Bracewell likes the straighter line.
A lovely shot from Doug Bracewell.
Edge and gone. There it is. The Australians have been searching. Johnson gets his first. And he goes up that list in terms of the number of wickets taken in Test cricket. He's been a brilliant bowler. And it is a wide one. It's a false stroke, but nicely taken by that man with the gloves, Peter Neville.
Yeah, efficient piece of work, and Doug Bracewell had worked so hard in support of Ross Taylor. Will be frustrated that he played that loosely at it. He looked so solid. Good breakthrough for Australia.
It's a good thrash to bring up 500. Brilliant fight back by the Kiwis here. The game very much alive, a hard game to call, still in Australia's hands if they can finish this innings off. But at the moment, New Zealand hold them at bay and back themselves to go past them. Yeah, good stroke. Just arrow straight down the ground. There's been some beautiful driving of the ball today. The final ball of the third day's play. Oi, well bowled, Mitchell Starc. Exactly the right delivery. It didn't work the oracle on this occasion. But Starc finishes 30 overs with figures of 2 for 83, 6 maidens in there, though he isn't the story, he is. Ross Taylor, unbeaten with 235, ninth now on the list of highest scores by any New Zealand batsman ever in the history of Test match cricket. He remains unbeaten and unbowed. A tremendously courageous performance by Ross Taylor. The New Zealanders 6 for 510, so the Australians still 49 in front. We'll be back with you tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning local time, 12:30 Eastern time. Then 9 for 559 when Australia declared the early loss of Martin Guptill and New Zealand hearts were in mouths. There was a genuine fear of a very difficult period against the new ball. Tom Latham played his part in resisting that. Kane Williamson went on to resist it for 250 balls out in the middle. An innings of 166 that ranks with any you'll see in terms of its purity, backed up by Ross Taylor, 235 from 308 balls.
That's the catch of the season.
Got it! There it is! Can you believe it?
And welcome back once more to the WACA. We're ready for the start of play on the fourth day of this second Test match. All results are possible. Ian Chappell, Ian Healy and Michael Slater are in the commentary box.
Thanks, Mark Nicholas. Great to be with you today as we see Nathan Lyon bowling the first ball of the fourth day of this Test match.
Nice start, mate.
To a man who has now scored his highest score in Test cricket. He's still going, 235, Ross Taylor, from 309. And at the other end, trying to contribute to a big partnership is Mark Craig. Oh, nice strike. Really good strike. So there's no doubt that Taylor and Craig are out this morning to score and score quickly.
That's his natural style, judging by the way he played in Brisbane.
Again he goes and out. So Nathan Lyon enticed him early in the over. He gets away with it, but now Craig has inside edged that, and it's carried to mid-wicket.
He obviously hasn't heard about that unwritten rule that you don't get out to the opposition spinner. He seems to like getting out to Nathan Lyon. Lyon certainly enjoyed the fact that he was coming after him, lured him into an inside edge, a thick inside edge. It finished up at mid-wicket. Mitchell Johnson taking a comfortable catch. It's 7 for 525.
And another one. This time a lot more in control of the stroke.
Yeah, but Australia want more control than that because they've got a man out at deep point. They haven't got a third man. So he got it more edgy than he would have liked, and there were no Australian fielders where it went.
And that'll be 250. The New Zealander, he's certainly back in form in a big way. He said he was shaky coming into the test match, not happy with how he played at the Gabba. This is the innings of his life. Oh, that's so frustrating. Henry gets a boundary, but it's a big outside edge.
Once again, it just carried all the way along the ground virtually.
You got to get them. They won't get in line.
Down the ground, that'll run away. That'll be 4, I reckon. It's nearly impossible to stop them once they pierce mid-on and mid-off.
Good timing once again. And Ross Taylor, that's been what he's shown the last few days. Batting on this beautiful flat wicket, just timing. Full face of the bat, straight down the wicket.
Oh, he's hit that all right. Up over mid-on. Oh, not quite all the way.
Well, this is good from Ross Taylor. He realises that New Zealand psychologically need to get their noses in front here. He's spending a lot of time out on that pitch and assessing its qualities. Said this morning we don't want to be having to chase too many in the last afternoon. So they're doing the damage now.
Yeah, that's a 550 up.
And again, up over mid-off. And that will run away, will it? No, it won't. Yes, it will. Oh, knocked him over. Good reward for Mitchell Starc. He's deserved that. He's into his 35th over. Finally finds the stumps.
He certainly does, and Henry's played all around that. Look at this. A little bit off the wicket. Top of off. And stump cam, I think they might need some help down there. Pretty expensive, those stump cams. But well bowled by Mitchell Starc. So Matt Henry departs for 6, 8 for 554.
That's up over the slips. That's okay. It'll run away for 4. Just one behind now, New Zealand.
Well, that chat worked. Lasted 2 balls. But yeah, we can see Tim Southee. He's a natural striker of the ball. He won't be hanging around for a long time. Interesting to see too, Ian, how Ross Taylor will adjust to the next over. Be pretty attacking, I would have thought.
Yeah, he'll be torn between a couple of things, really. He might think that if Southee gets lucky for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, they could get a decent lead, because if Southee and him are both going, they'll have a decent run rate.
Nicely bowled, beautifully timed. New Zealand take the lead.
First innings points, Tub, rack him up. He sort of made himself a bit of room, but by doing that, Tim Southee, he actually got himself into perfect position.
I tell you, he's crunched it right out of the middle, and that's great timing. So it's going right down the order of these big bats.
Oh, he's got that fine. It's off the gloves and it runs away quickly here. Oh, he's got onto that. That's massive. It's nearly up on the hill. It's hit the net just in front of some kids there. That's a huge hit.
Well, you can see why he's got the fastest 50. He's absolutely lathered that one. Just have a look of his bat swing. He's happy too. That's big.
Well, he's got that fine. 4 more. Nicely played from Southee.
Yeah, well turned around the corner for 4, but Mitchell Johnson can't take a trick here this test match, unfortunately. He's trying his hardest.
Now a glove. It's fine. Could well be 4. Will be 4. Talking about hamstrings, Josh Hazlewood also struggling down there. He's got him. And Southee's going. I just thought for a moment it might have been a bump ball, but once again, what reward for Mitchell Starc. Lion-hearted performance. Takes his 4th wicket. Southee has to go.
Really wide on the crease here, Mitchell Starc. And Southee was drawn into the drive down the ground. Didn't get it right. It was a low full toss. And Starc took a good reactionary catch. And boy, did it please him. Says, if you can't catch him off me, I'll catch him myself. 9 for 587. Southee goes for 21.
Hands out. Side of the grasp. Sums up Mitch Johnson's test match so far. It was hanging in the air a long time, but it's got itself to the padding. 9 for 592. That's 4. Slashed away backward of a point. And 4 from the moment it left the bat.
Yeah, well, Steve Smith changed his tactics. He brought the field up, trying to keep Ross Taylor on strike, and Ross Taylor didn't need any second invitation.
Got it through. See the appetite for coming back. He wants a second. 600 up. Terrific batting performance from New Zealand. On the back of 2 magnificent innings. 166 from Kane Williamson and this massive 283 from Ross Taylor.
Yes.
Hello. Hello. What about that? Trent Bolt, the greatest stroke of his life. And now down the ground for 4 more. Now he gives it a slap over mid-wicket. Brilliant. 16 from the over, 9 for 618. Got to go. He's got to go. The man out there holds it. Well done, substitute fielder Jonathan Wells. Well done indeed. But Ross Taylor is smarting. He's turned and he's made his way back to the pavilion. Post-haste, he's furious with himself. He need not be. He's played one of the great innings. History will remember it and record it and relate it to any that has gone before. Ross Taylor must be proud. New Zealand must be prouder still. Highest score by any visiting batsman to Australia. The news from the WACA is that New Zealand have been bowled out for 624. Just moments before the lunch break, we have time for a single over before lunch, bowled by the New Zealand new ball against the Australian opening batsman. The lead is 65 runs. A truly great innings has been played.
Square drive. Just a touch fuller than the ones before it, and Warner picks up 4. There's another one. Right out of the middle of the bat. Cover drive. It's edged and it's out. First ball after lunch for Joe Burns, and Southee strikes.
There's a very good delivery. Right on off stump with just a little bit of movement away. Just enough. Took it from the middle of the bat to the outside edge. And finally, one is carried. The New Zealanders will be delighted with that. They're probably fielding up a little bit closer. And that one's carried comfortably to Ross Taylor, who's having a very, very good day. Very, very good game. Australia 1 for 8.
Oh, how well's he hit that? We saw 2 from David Warner last over. Smith's in on the act. Another one. They're dealing in boundaries, the Australians. 1 for 16. Cut shot, not middled, but a top edge will do, a top-ish edge. It's another 4 after 4 overs, 1 for 26. All together. Oh, that's a good shot. So Trent Boult, again, just a touch straight. Warner's worked one to the onside that over, and this one dead straight down the ground. Steve Smith takes on 2 fielders and wins.
Must be compulsory to hit 2 4s in every over, I think, the way things are going.
And he's got a wicket. Look at the slips all run to the catcher. Boult gets Warner playing at one pretty wide and not with full control.
Yeah, good catch too from Tom Latham there at cover. Got the width again, went after it, David Warner, but didn't keep it down. It was a sharp catch. I think it was pretty well hit. Saying last over how well he's been hitting the ball, David Warner. He's hit that pretty well. Just nice sharp catch at shortish cover, low to his left. Just what New Zealand needed. Got rid of Warner for 24. Australia 2 for 46, still 19 behind.
Oh, there's a stroke. Adam Voge is picking length quickly. Now down the ground and barely bothers to move after striking it. That's the best of Steve Smith. That's like he's 80 not out. And again, perfect timing. The rate of scoring in this match is something to behold. The Australians going at 5 and over, 2 for 63. How's the placement?
Well played. No fielder there. Very, very fast outfield here at the WACA. That's 4.
Oh, good shot that. That's beautifully timed from Adam Voges. Classic hook shot.
It's been a brilliant partnership for Australia. Lost 2 relatively early wickets, and these two have come together and put on a partnership of 58 runs. See a lot of that sort of shot at the WACA. Adam Voges, technically perfect. It's a good bouncer from Henry.
Oh, that could be a boundary. That will be a boundary. Once again, lovely timing from Voges.
Yeah, tossed up from Craig, but it was too full. Got a little bit of drift away from the right-hander. You can see he got it right on the half volley and placed it just past that cover fieldsman. And the wind would have pushed that very quickly to the boundary.
He timed it. He hit it very hard indeed.
Might get back for 2 here, Steve Smith. That'll bring up his 50. It's been an excellent 50, this one by the Australian captain. Came out in a positive frame of mind. Wrestled the initiative back very quickly.
He's scored a Test match 100 so far in the Australian summer. I feel like he's missing out.
Have a bit of that.
Wow. There's been a couple like that. I was going to say it's the best from Smith, but he's played a couple now in that vein. You watch the flow of the bat through the ball.
Analyse that one, Mark Taylor. That is a perfect cover drive.
Just smashed through the offside. There aren't too many gaps out there. It's pretty well protected now, but when you give this man room and a half volley, he'll punish you.
And they had a player there, Mark Craig, stationed as a catcher in front of square, and they threw their hands to their head for a second there because it was in the air, but not catchable in terms of the direction.
$50 up for Adam Voges. He's making a habit of making him, and it's a good habit. Well played.
Well, this is a good innings because certainly there was a good deal of pressure when he first came to the crease.
Well, that's a full toss. It was turned into a full toss anyway. And for a player in this sort of form, that's money for old rope. What about that? That part of the ground, as Ian Healy telestrated, is wide open. So the reverse sweep, a confident 2015 attacking shot, 260.
There's that reverse sweep again, and nailed again.
Gee, that's a good stroke, isn't it? That was across the carpet so quickly. Looks like a very natural shot for him. Out of the middle.
That's the big game changer against the off-spinner.
On out through cover. There's the timing again from Smith.
Yeah, and he waits. He waits for that ball to get up to him under the eyes and then launches through it. He hit that very hard indeed. This is the Aussie captain in control.
It's a magnificent shot. Given he's left his left leg around leg stump, he hasn't shuffled that into line as you would for an over-the-wicket bowler, so the back leg moves, the right leg back and across, then a little press forward, and then great little transfer and timing.
Oh, nice tickle. Not going to track that down, I don't think. Handy runs.
Yeah, this outfield's very, very fast at the WACA. It's just a front glance. It's just raced away for four. Gupta's very, very quick runner. He couldn't track that one down. Desperate effort. It's a 150 partnership between Smith and Voges.
Doesn't worry about the cut shot. He gets some top spin on a pull shot. That's not going to be tracked down either. Oh, just. Steve Smith goes to 95. After all that tea party, they had the same field as they've been blazing for ages.
Yeah, and the biggest gap was exactly where that ball went. Don't know if that's poor bowling from Bolt or good batting from Stephen Smith, but I'm sure that's not where Brendan McCullum and Kane Williamson were talking to Bolt about where to bowl. The 200 up for Australia.
Oh, there's one off the crack. That's unplayable. Good length. Great sideways movement.
I was just thinking, what a nightmare for a bowler. Flat pitch, two men well set, and then, whoa, he produces that. He might try and hone in on that crack and make it difficult, these two set batsmen.
Oh, down the leg side. There was some excitement by the Kiwis. First slip, and bowlers still got their hands on their head, but BJ Watling did well to stop it. What did it hit?
Yeah, I'd like to see that one again. The bowler thought there might have been an edge there. Oh, definitely straight off the face of the bat. Good effort from Watling, but it just didn't stick.
Is that it? It is. It's gone behind point. Front foot. Back drive, and Stephen Smith, doesn't he love the captaincy? That's his 4th 100 as captain in just 5 tests.
Well, he's looked in very, very good form right from the start in this innings. He hit a couple of boundaries in and over, and then a few more overs later, a couple more boundaries, got him away to a quick start, and it's almost been clinical the way he's moved to 100.
Oh, that'll run away. Nicely played. Just a little glance. That certainly helps the cause. He gets closer.
86 now for Adam Voges. BJ Watling had an opportunity to snaffle Steve Smith in the late 90s. Couldn't quite hang on to it, and that was off Matt Henry too. This one was nowhere near his reach.
Oh, that's hit him, and I think there might be a glove on that. There's a half shout. Steve Smith. It looks like it's hurt him a little bit. We'll see where it hit. But he's turned through the shot.
Yeah, he got through it too early. And that's just a clunk on the side of the head.
There's that line again. It runs away. This will get him to 90. Maybe into the 90s, 92 even.
Oh, Roscoe. Just good, 290. That's an unsympathetic crowd behind you just because one little mistake.
Well, he needs a rest. He's hardly had a rest for the first 4 days.
Toss his cap to the crowd behind him. Absolutely giving it to him. That can be dangerous, that, when the knee... Fortunately, quite a lot of turf came out there.
Very, very unhappy with himself. Now then, well, he's done it. Adam Voges has fulfilled the dream. 13 years ago, he made his debut for Western Australia. And now he has 100 for Australia at his home ground.
Special moment for Adam Voges. Debuted in June of this year. 130 on debut at the age of 35, now 36 years old, and 100 on his home ground. A day he won't forget. In front of his home crowd, I dare say his family are here in the crowd somewhere. He would have spent 13 years playing first-class cricket. Probably think he's never going to play for Australia. Now he has 2 test match hundreds, and one of them right here at home.
Four demanding days of Test match cricket have just come to a close. One remains, and all the results are still possible. Superb innings from Steve Smith and Adam Voges, 131 and 101, both unbeaten respectively.
It's amazing, really. We haven't had 2 full Test matches yet. We've had lots of hundreds.
Yeah, and that could be the part of the game that's totally changed it. Stephen Smith, Adam Voges with that wonderful partnership.
A beautiful day in the west, as good as it's been throughout the match. Stronger breeze perhaps coming across the ground than has previously been the case, but we're ready for play on the final day with all results remaining possible.
So here we go. Day 5 underway. And I don't think we'll see too much from the pitch. It'll still play well as Trent Boult tries to extract something this morning. Through the gap. So a nice forceful shot off the back foot. He waited and waited for that, Steve Smith. It took an eternity to get to him, it looked like. Edge, and there's the first one. So first one of the morning, and it might just get New Zealand going a bit.
Well, that's what Bolt has been trying to do since he swapped ends. Just get the ball to tail away from the right-hander. He gave Smith a bit of room there, a bit of width. Good catch. Watling had to go because there was no slip fielder there. And he pushed himself to dive wide. So Smith is gone for 138. It's 3 for 270.
And Mitchell Marsh, another Western Australian youngster, gets an opportunity. It's important that he gets himself going. He will be tested. Good batting conditions still. That was a big edge from Steve Smith, and you just saw him walking off, shaking his head. Runs fine, and will be a boundary.
Oh, close. That's ducked in. And he's given him. He's given him. Now, Mitchell Marsh is going down to speak to his Western Australian teammate, but he's told him to keep going, I think. Yeah, that's well bowled. That ducked in late.
Yeah, it's plum, that's for sure. And Bracewell's got the ball hooping back in nicely with that breeze going from left to right. Just have a look at this. Comes in nicely. And what he's done, he's hit the back of his pad. That's the two noises. And I think you'll find that's going to go on to cannon into leg stump. So Mitchell Marsh, big wicket here. He departs for 1. It's 4 for 277.
Oh, he finally got one to hit. Peter Neville, first ball that's been on his leg stump for about half an hour. It's off the mark.
Better. Right off the middle of the bat. That'll make Pete Neville feel really good.
A lovely shot there from Neville. Beautiful timing. He's found scoring hard work this morning. This was just a little bit straighter from Bracewell. Neville timed the ball beautifully. Split the gap perfectly, and that raced away for 4.
Thanks, JB. Here's Tim Southee. There is that swing, late swing. He's asking and getting. Beautiful late movement. And I reckon Verges have got across his stumps a fair way there. We're only just settling in our seats. He's reviewing.
Now, we were talking about this earlier. Bear in mind, this only has to be clipping the stumps now.
We've got a review for LBW. If we can have a look at front
He's reviewed,
first,
but
please.
he's taking everything off as if to say, I think I'm out.
We've got ball tracking. We've got impact in line and wickets umpire's call. Stay with your original decision, Nigel. I'll tell you when you're on screen. You're now on screen.
The benefit of the doubt stays with the umpire. You heard the process. The third umpire, Richard Illingworth, went through it very thoroughly. Adam Verges might feel he's a bit unlucky. That's less out than some we've seen this summer that are more out. Such is the system, though. The fact is the ball's hitting the stumps. Now then, Mitchell Johnson for the last time. The family are here. 4. Mitchell Johnson's away. So he won't suffer the ignominy of a duck in his final knock. 5 for 298.
Well, the Kiwis are swinging this one around. They don't want to change it. They're not going to the umpires here and saying, "Oh, it's a nice shot from Peter Neville on the up." May not be 4, but it might be up to Neville, and we'll go for 4. It might be up to Peter Neville to get hold of the ball and say, "Can we change this one?" From the batsman's point of view.
He won't change it after that shot. Oh, good shot. Really great placement, this. This might be some last hurrah for Mitch Johnson.
There it is. The new conker.
And if Trent Bolt, as we have hoped on this tour, New Zealand fans in particular, but cricket fans as well, if Trent Bolt was to ever bowl a good spell, a devastating spell in the series, now the time, son, now's the time.
Oh, that's a good delivery, that. Whoa. 5 for 306. There's a stroke. That tings off that new ball. Oh, they're asking. I reckon it might have done a little bit too much. So the review is available to New Zealand, and you'd say they'll take it given where we are in the game.
10 seconds.
Have a crack.
Ball tracking.
Well, we think the line's better than we
Impact
thought, but
in
surely
line.
it's a little high.
Wicket's missing.
So often
stay
the
with
case
your original
to the
decision,
WACA.
Ravi.
Another-
I'll tell you when you're on screen. You're now on screen.
Neville's done it again.
Here's 4, close LBW, 4. Was a very good decision in the end.
That's 4 more, make it 2-5-4 that lead. There's a stroke for you. There's Mitchell Johnson, free and easy. The man who's retired from the game doesn't have a care in the world. 5 boundaries for Johnson in 20. Partnership worth 37. Surely now making the game secure. Can't imagine that with 5 wickets in hand, an advantage of 266 isn't enough for the Australians.
Welcome back to the WACA. Second session of day 5. The players are keen. They're out there, ready to go. And we are as well. The third, his second new ball is 3 overs old. Tim Southee starts to Mitchell Johnson. A really tight leave, shape back in. He saw a very windy first session. It's not as bad at the moment, but there's still some relief out there for the players on a cooler day than the first 4 have been. It's all pad, and probably going down there. I thought it might have been inside edge onto pad, but Neville's been able to run 2, and they are leg byes. 3 for 123 for Craig, 4 for 119 for Starc, 3 for 107 for Hazelwood. Cut shot to Neville, loves it. Couple of steps down the pitch and turns round. After that first innings Iron Man performance. Could be 50 for Johnson on offer here. He's gone to 29. Under edge, and Watling gets some rewards for good effort. Since lunch, it hasn't been easy for the keeper. Mitchell Johnson's innings finishes. His last as an international cricketer for Australia. It's 29 from 45 balls.
That's the stroke of the day. Mitchell Starc takes the lead to beyond 300. Edged it and gone. Finally, Peter Neville, after 82 balls of pretty intelligent batting out there, gets a little outswinger that carries through well to BJ Watling.
Yeah, good bowling. It was in the right channel, and Pete Neville just went a little bit hard at this one, and a healthy outside edge. Probably just moved away from him slightly as he was trying to smash it down the ground or through extra cover. So what's been admired is the way New Zealand keep pushing hard at 7 for 366.
Oh, he got all of that. He got it. He got it. 7 for 374. Even Khawaja is fully dressed in whites. Lovely that. Down to 1 slip. There's no third man. In fact, third man's been a profitable area all game. One stage yesterday, Steve Smith ran 3 consecutive balls down to third man for 4. The lead's racing along now. That takes it to 320. With a maximum of 48 overs in the day. There you go. 48 overs remain in this game of cricket. Here's a big moment. Mitchell Johnson, the final afternoon of his career, will lead the Australians out onto the field. The photographers, the cameramen follow him. What a proud moment. Here's the big threat.
Nicely played. No one back there. He's timed that beautifully, Latham. That's a boundary. Oh, shout. Looked a bit leg side to the eye. Steve Smith, I don't think so. You can see Josh Hazlewood just shake his hand and say, no, that's going down. A good shot. Half volley and dispatched by Latham. Goes aerial. Doesn't get that much of it, but so quick here at the WACA and downhill, so it's going to get there, maybe. Yes, it does. Not sure Nathan Lyon realised that after he touched the ball, it kept rolling into the padding. Brand 4 anyway, but it's a boundary.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway, the Ren 4, so 4 it is.
Oh, just outside. The desperately outstretched hand of Mitch Marsh. He hasn't had any joy in that position in this game.
Well, one's carry, which is good. That's flown through. Just shy of 145 k's per hour. And a good effort there from Mitchell Marsh. He's a big man. Flying through the air, but in vain. Nearly got a finger on it. Is it that time, JB? Is it that time? Mitchell Johnson, will it be the fairy tale end?
Good areas, and look at that defence. Try and get through that. Here they go. So it's just heavy enough to force the players from the field and take an early tea break. So that's often the way it happens. So they can take 20 minutes. They'll take the tea break. The covers go down. And New Zealand are no wicket for 28.
Mark Taylor and Michael Hussey have come into the seat alongside me. 293 to win the game. Well, who knows? The answer is you never really know. A pretty competent start made by New Zealand against the new ball. Instinct, guys? Any thoughts?
Well, we've got 22 overs and 4 balls, I think, until the start of the last hour. So, really, in that time, you think either Australia are going to get some wickets, probably quite a number of them, 4 or 5 in that time, or New Zealand have got to go mad with the bat. And then the last hour will start, and then the captains may come together if one of those two scenarios hasn't happened. So with that bit of rain, maybe there's a little bit more in this pitch. Maybe it might zip around a bit. Chance of a few wickets.
And just to remind us all of what he's about, he slams it into the pitch and it only bowls twice till it gets to the boundary's edge. 4 to New Zealand, but a reminder of Mitchell Johnson's power and pace.
Up in the air. This could be a wicket. It's hanging a long way and it's taken. Look at the elation on Mitch Johnson's face in his final game.
And the rest of the Aussies. Good catch, Josh Hazlewood. You wouldn't want to have dropped that. He had ground to cover at good pace and to hang on to a good one for his good mate Mitch.
Wicket number 3-1-2. Safe pair of hands, Hazlewood. Look at this man here. Yeah, I love it. Massive smile. It's fantastic. Beautifully played, and again, magnificent fielding. That's the young man, John Wells, who's done a fantastic job. He's been out there for most of the game. Brilliantly played. That sums up Kane Williamson so far this summer. Any length that you get slightly wrong, he taxes you.
Yeah, just short of a length. It wasn't that bad a ball from Mitch Johnson, but he got him.
Oh, that's out! That's out! Nicely taken by Joe Burns. Ferocious fast bowling from Mitch Johnson.
That's real quick. Burns stays there. Guptill gave him a practice run the ball before. Second one balloons up a touch more and Burns gets it. Good bowling. Really good pressurised bowling at the body. Guptill for 17, 2 for 44.
Nathan Lyon now bowling from the old members end here at the WACA, but the story's that man on screen. Williamson, beautiful shot. Just pulled it down a little, Nathan Lyon, and that's eased into the gap. I'm going to run away for 4.
And through the covers again. Ross Taylor's found some form. 12 from that over. It's 2 for 66.
Williamson picks up 4.
Starts off with a short ball. Well put away. Joe Burns wouldn't have been happy with that one. That was very close to hitting him in its short leg. Would have been an apology from Nathan Lyon there.
Poor old Joe Burns, he's taken some punishment in a very short time that he's been at bat pad. I don't think I've ever seen a guy get hit or have so many near misses in such a short period.
That's the 50 partnership that's just come up. So they were 2 for 44, very similar to Australia yesterday. 2 for 46, 19 behind New Zealand when they were 2 down, when Smith and Voges did such good work for the Aussies. So the New Zealand ship has steadied as well. His 7th over. He's got enough for 29, so both these batsmen, even though it's spinning, are coping well. That's 4 as well.
He uses that sweep shot to good effect. Takes it from outside off stump, which means that he can hit it in front of square. Generally, the spin bowlers have the man in the deep behind square, so it's very effective if you can sweep from outside off stump.
Brendan McCullum didn't worry about promoting himself in the order. There were thoughts that maybe Tom Latham could come down and bat where McCullum's listed to come in at 5, and Guptill and McCullum, dynamic one-day opening partnership, might take the Australians on, but the day hasn't really eventuated. Steve Smith wasn't able to set them a target that was enticing enough to go for because New Zealand bowled too well this morning, made run scoring and total setting extremely difficult.
Yeah, the chase of 321 in less than 50 overs is always going to be a tough task in Test match cricket. The bowlers can bowl a number of bounces per over. They can have more field back on the boundary. So it's very, very difficult to get that run rate up enough to chase down that target. So they're probably just using this more as batting practice leading into the Adelaide Test.
He didn't get the ball again. He had the ball in his hand. It's now in his pocket. The umpires have consulted and they've said it's too dark. This game is over. The emotion of Johnson will be the feature of this next 10 minutes, I'm sure. The big fast men, the fast and tall timber of Hazelwood and Starc have certainly embraced him warmly as he gets around his Australian teammates. It's over. Probably the least favourite moment of the day is about to happen for Mitch Johnson, to sit in front of the media for probably a couple of hours now before he can get back with his teammates in that dressing room. He's a shy performer, but he's been a beauty. And here he is with Michael Slater.
Yeah, well, we'll find out how he's feeling. I know you guys have been asking it, Mitch. There's a lot of emotion down here. How are you feeling?
Yeah, there's a fair bit of emotion when the boys picked me up, and yeah, it sort of almost brought a tear to my eye. But look, it's been great, and I've really enjoyed myself. Today was really special for me, and you know, New Zealand made me feel special by doing the Guard of Honour, which I didn't expect, and our boys, you know, they really make me proud in what they've done for me in my career.
You're such a humble guy. It almost looked like the Guard of Honour made you feel uncomfortable.
It did a little bit, yeah. I went up to Brendan and shook his hand, and then sort of my head was down a little bit, but it did make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. But look, I enjoyed the day, and like I said, it felt very special. I didn't want to make it about myself, but yeah, look, I really enjoyed myself out there, and had friends and family here, and the fans that have turned up. No, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we had a chat to Jess earlier, and she said, I'm not sure how I'm going to cope with him round all the time. What's he going to be like at home?
I did hear that, and I walked out of the room. Yeah, I'm not sure. Look, I can be a bit edgy at times, but yeah, look, I'll have to wait and see what I'm like. I don't know. I can't sit still for 5 minutes, so we'll have to find something to do.
I know you haven't had time to reflect on the career. Is there a standout moment that comes to you now?
A few of the boys were asking me about it today, this morning, and I'm not really sure yet, to be honest. It's I think this moment right now is a real standout for me, and yeah, just to be able to, I guess, walk off and feel really proud of my career.
Well, we've made a lot of today about you and that list that you are part of, the most wickets. You're fourth on that list with McGrath. You've got Lilly. You've got Warne ahead of you. Did you ever believe you could be sitting on that list so high?
No, definitely not. And when you start your career, you definitely don't feel like you can reach those milestones, and that's something that I'll be able to reflect on now. And you know, I have my best mates always asking me all these things, and I'm sure now we can sit down and have a beer and discuss it.
What are the guys going to do for you tonight?
I'm not sure. Lino was sending me a few messages last night, but to be honest, I just want to enjoy it up in the dressing room with family and friends and my teammates and support staff, everyone that's been there for me, not just at this level, but all through clubs and at state as well. So I really appreciate it.
Well, Mitch, it's a sad day for Australian cricket and world cricket. You've been one hell of a player, mate. We thank you for everything you've done. Enjoy the night.
Thanks, Letts.
Back to you, Heels.
Thanks, Letts. Just some searing bounces. This match at the WACA, the second Commonwealth Bank Test at the WACA, has ended in a draw. Umpires coming together with New Zealand at 2 for 104, needing way too many and with no prospect of winning. And they decided that was it. That was it for this second test, which means the series is 1-0 to Australia, leading into the historic day-night test match in Adelaide.